Coming to you pre-recorded from Indianapolis, Indiana. My name is David, and really this video is just me going crazy and giving the Indiana Pacers their much due flowers. This video was recorded minutes before Game 5 of, is it Game 5? Yeah, Game 5 between the Celtics and the Knicks, right? This is minutes before that game. That game has not tipped off yet, but it is about to. Everyone and their mom has the Knicks automatically winning the series. I'm going along for the ride, but I'm not so I don't like crowning people before it's too soon, unless of course it's the Pacers winning the finals. But nah, anyway, I'm not here to talk about that. Before I get going, I am going to mention that the Knicks and the Pacers haven't played in a few months. These ain't the same teams that played last year in the playoffs. These ain't the same teams that played in the regular season a few months ago. You know, both of these teams have been playing their best basketball as of right now. And assuming the Knicks beat the Celtics and advance to the conference finals to face the Pacers, that's what I had to say. All right, let's get started. Start with the man, Tyrese Halliburton, the maestro. Tyrese Halliburton has had, I learned this according to the Pacers, Indiana Pacers social media. Halliburton's been in 4 closeout games in his career. In the 4 closeout games of Tyrese Halliburton's career, he's averaged 25 points per game on 52.9 field goal percentage, 8.3 assists per game, and 5.3 rebounds per game. Tyrese Halliburton has a high IQ, high basketball IQ, offense and defense. You know, people try to will make it out that Halliburton's a liability on defense, but he makes clutch blocks, clutch steals. He has a very high basketball IQ on offense and defense. Tyrese Halliburton grew up watching LeBron James and Magic Johnson. So his dad made him watch Magic Johnson footage, and he grew up, LeBron James was his favorite player. So he's one of the nice things I've ever really said about LeBron. Never a day one LeBron James hater, but I ain't about to knock Halliburton. You know, his favorite player was his favorite player. LeBron James was a great facilitator. LeBron James has a high basketball IQ. So that translates over to Tyrese Halliburton's game. Magic Halliburton and the Showtime Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton, the maestro, passes first. A pass first player. More players should be pass first. He has a high assist, low turnover. He has a legendary elite company of assist to turnover ratio. He doesn't turn the ball over a lot, throws a lot of assists. He's our leader. He's our floor general. You know how a coach and a quarterback in football, you know, Colin Cowherd, that's one of his good talking points, right? He's right when he says, you know, a relationship between a coach and his quarterback in football is a big deal. It is like Andy Reid and Mahomes and, you know, Manning and Dungy, Belichick and Brady. You know, the head coach and the quarterback is a big deal in football. Well, insert Tyrese Halliburton and Rick Carlisle. I mean, I got a homework assignment for you casuals out there. Look up Rick Carlisle's history. Rick Carlisle's history is your homework assignment. Learn more about Rick Carlisle and the history he's had in this game of basketball, how he's played and he's coached, and his reputation has evolved throughout the years as a coach. He's a future Hall of Famer. And he's getting us ready for the new mental realms that we're entering as far as what it takes to be mentally tough to be champions. And we need to stay the course. You know, I feel like I don't give Rick Carlisle enough love. That's why I went ahead and shaving this head full. I got Rick Carlisle razors. Rick Carlisle sponsors razors. Nah, he don't really. But Rick Carlisle in my sports entertainment world, Rick Carlisle sponsors razors, and I buy Rick Carlisle's razors. And, you know, I'm staying clean cut like Rick Carlisle for the playoffs all the way to the finals, and we're going to win the finals. We have 8 more games. We haven't done anything yet. And we got 8 more games, and I'm just really proud of what this team has done, but we still have work to do. No, that's I wish I could say more about Rick Carlisle, but his relationship and he traded for Tyrese Halliburton. He brought Halliburton over here. He's the mad scientist. He's the real coach of the year. He's one of the greatest. He's going to be considered one of the greatest coaches of all time after this. I mean, he got Dallas Mavericks and Big Dirk, and then they beat the Miami Three, and that was considered one of the best finals runs in history. If the Pacers win the finals, that's going to be two legendary finals runs, both led by head coach Rick Carlisle. And I just could go on and on of how happy I am that Rick Carlisle got rehired. I was really ecstatic the day it happened. So, he planted the seeds where all we got to do is believe. We won a championship. Pascal Siakam. Let's get on to the next guy. He's a bucket. Former champion. Big bro. Big brother, Pascal Siakam, always keeping us level-headed. Always got his eye on the prize. He don't let us get too excited. He's like, we got work to do. Job's not finished yet. Bringing that Mamba mentality to the team. Job's not finished. I said that. Siakam is bought into what Rick Carlisle and the Pacers are wanting to do. We traded for him. We gave him the sales pitch. He re-signed. His role, his leadership, his production, alongside his significant three-point improvement has been a very big deal. And he's another high IQ player. He's got a good head between his shoulders, good basketball IQ, willingness to pass the ball. Everyone on the team really, bro. High basketball IQ, passion for the game, understanding what it takes to win, valuing the team over themselves. In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. That's in our Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. In 49 other states, this is just basketball. But this is Indiana. And nobody in the NBA is missing a title more than the Indiana Pacers. Because in our Basketball Hall of Fame, we say that, and the Pacers ain't ever done. Well, Indiana basketball been here long before the NBA and long before the Pacers. IU, Purdue, we got all kinds of high school basketball, college basketball. This is a basketball state. And a championship would mean more than a Colts Super Bowl ever did. We love Peyton Manning. Don't get it fucked up. We love Peyton Manning. We love what he did, But this has always been a basketball state, bro. And we're really excited at the possibility of the Pacers winning a championship because I'm in the process of explaining why we can't. But yeah, so starting with Rick Carlisle, getting Tyrese Halliburton over here, getting Pascal Siakam over here. They're bought in. They're paid. They got the bag. They're not going anywhere. We got Miles Turner, dark horse MVP, longest tenured Pacer on the team, most blocks in franchise history, most blocks in the postseason so far, 3-point special. He's a fucking assassin behind the 3-point line, bro. Clutch rebounder. People cry, wish he had more rebounds per game. I get it. He's a center. But I've been seeing Miles Turner get clutch rebounds all fucking playoffs long. He's a good enough free throw shooter. He's not super flashy in the box score with his little 15 points per game, 7 rebounds per game, but he's been consistent all playoffs. I'm overjoyed for Miles Turner. I've seen it all from him. He's been here for 10 years. I've seen ups and downs, trade talks all the time, way too much. And there was even a time where I was sick of Miles Turner shit. But there's just a certain point a few years ago, give Miles Turner a break. He is who he is. He's good at what he does. He's got his own. He's itched his own tier in the league. He's not the greatest center in the league, but he's not super trash. He's carved out his own place in the league. He can score from anywhere on the court, bro. And he's dangerous, high efficiency from three. His defensive presence is better than it's ever been, and our team is better than it's Miles' longest tenured Pacer. This is probably the best team he's ever been on. His team's better than ever. His defensive presence is better than ever. So since our team's getting better, the exposure to him and the team is getting better. So that and he deserves more media exposure, really, because he's been that good for us and been good for the team. The box score doesn't tell the whole story for Miles Turner. He is a presence out there. We miss him when he's not on the court. And like I said, he can score from anywhere, not just from three. He can get inside the bucket. He can hit the mid-range jumper. Next, we have Playoff Andy Neimark. Playoff Drew is better, so shout out to Podcast Club 520. Playoff Drew, Playoff Andy, big buckets. He's great on defense, assists. The cat's out of the bag with Playoff Andy. We all love him. Andrew Neimark and Aaron Nesmith both deserve more love. They're defensive assassins. Not lockdown defenders per se, but they're defensive dogs. Extremely high energy, pesky defenders. They attack the rim. They can shoot the three. Aaron Nesmith, Andrew Neimark, they deserve more love. They got mid-range game. All these guys are willing to pass the ball. That's what makes us dangerous. What else makes us dangerous? Us passing the ball. All five of those guys I just name dropped, all willing to pass the ball, all can attack the rim, can shoot threes, good defenders. What makes the Pacers dangerous? All that and more. All this and more. Our bench, our chemistry. I keep talking about our chemistry over and over again because it's our most dangerous weapon, I feel like. The love and the belief they have in one another. The bench, you got Obi Toppin, TJ McConnell, Ben Mathurin, all guys that can attack the rim and do some kind of playmaking in a way. And it's beautiful, bro. And we're healthy. We're really healthy right now. We do miss Isaiah Jackson, but he's been gone all year. There's times where we've missed Isaiah Jackson off the bench. Wish he was out there. But last year we didn't have Mathurin, so we're healthier than we've been in a long time. Pacers used to get bit by injury bug after injury bug. Oladipo, Paul George. I know there's somebody else I'm forgetting. We're always getting hurt. Danny Granger. There's somebody else I had in mind too, though. I can't think of it right now. But the Pacers have gone through their fair share of injuries and injury bugs. So, excuse us if you don't feel we're sympathetic enough to us being at a higher pace and in better shape than the rest of the league. We're sometimes we miss Isaiah Jackson, but Thomas Bryant has been really good. We're a very confident team. We're healthy. We're experienced. We have everything a champion needs. Now all we need to do is go get it. We're entering new mental realms, new mental toughness. I'm fucking excited, bro. So I had this opportunity just to make, just to rattle off all that. Waiting for this Celtics and Knicks series to be over with so we can figure out who the Pacers are officially playing, which it looks like it'll be the Knicks, but it's not official yet. So I had time to rattle off all that about the Pacers. Well, just give Aaron Nesmith and Andrew Neimark. I mean, everybody on this team is valuable. Like, if anybody gets hurt, that's a problem because we all complement one another. That's what makes, our worst guy, Thomas Bryant. They say you're only as good as your weakest link. That's some truth to that with the Pacers. Now, we could probably make it without Thomas Bryant, but TJ McConnell got hurt, or if Mathurin got hurt, if anybody in that top 8 rotation got hurt, sure, we got Ben Shepherd and Jarris Walker. We got the depth to deal with that, but I think you get what I'm trying to say, though. Like, what makes us strong is the team. We work as a unit. We're cohesive. We're crisp. We're dynamic. We're everything a champion needs to be. We got the Rick Carlisle is a championship coach. Siakam's won a championship before. We got veteran presence. We got youth. Like, you think of Dallas Mavericks, Rick Carlisle's the team Rick Carlisle won a championship with. You got Big Dirk. Now, Pascal Siakam isn't the caliber Big Dirk was, but you got the same position, the reliableness of it. And Tyrese Halliburton has the Big Dirk clutch gene. Tyrese Halliburton's been pretty fucking clutch, right? Big Dirk was clutch. So Halliburton's the closer in the clutch. And then he's Jason Kidd was the point guard, so we got a young Halliburton compared to an old Kidd, so you get the playmaking that Kidd brought, better three-point efficiency, more scoring. You get the clutch shooting that Siakam's missing. We got TJ McConnell. He's our JJ Barrera. There's all kinds of parallels you could make. The Pacers have everything it takes to win a championship. Let's just go get it. Go Pacers. I'll be back.